a seismic shift is underway within the British royal family. Prince William is reportedly contemplating a decision that could fundamentally alter the monarchy's structure, and the implications are extraordinary. When William ascends to the throne, as many as 6 royal family members may find themselves without their official titles. This sweeping reform is already generating considerable tension within palace corridors. The list includes Prince Harry, his children Archie and Lilibet, Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, and perhaps most significantly, Prince Andrew, whose ongoing controversies continue to reverberate throughout the institution. This represents far more than typical royal intrigue. We're witnessing a potential wholesale reimagining of the modern monarchy's identity. Here at Royals Explored, we're examining the details of this developing situation and exploring why these changes could prove transformative. According to palace insiders speaking with the Daily Beast, Prince William intends to implement sweeping reforms upon becoming king. His strategy involves utilizing letters patent, an executive royal mechanism, to remove titles and His Royal Highness designations from non-working members of the royal family. This constitutional instrument requires parliamentary consent and would likely be enacted during the early phase of his reign as King William V. Royal commentator Tom Sykes reports that those within the prince's inner circle have been discussing these proposals extensively. The underlying principle is straightforward. Active service to the crown determines who retains royal honors. Consider first the Duke of York. Prince Andrew recently indicated his willingness to surrender his remaining titles, and William's initiative would formalize this transition. Andrew's association with scandal has undeniably tarnished the monarchy's image over recent years. While currently still designated as Duke of York on official royal platforms, that designation is expected to be removed imminently. He would simply be known as Prince Andrew, absent the dukedom that once defined his royal standing. Prince Andrew isn't alone in facing this recalibration. Prince Harry, who withdrew from official duties in January 2020 to establish a new life in California with Meghan Markle, also features prominently in these discussions. But the situation extends beyond Harry himself. The most poignant aspect concerns his children. 6-year-old Prince Archie and 4-year-old Princess Lilibet currently hold their titles by virtue of being King Charles's grandchildren. Under William's proposed framework, however, those designations would be rescinded. These young children, raised far from Britain's palaces and royal protocols, may eventually discover they're no longer considered prince and princess. This decision carries unmistakable personal weight and raises profound questions about the fraternal relationship between William and Harry. Is this the future king's method of establishing a definitive boundary between those committed to royal service and those pursuing different paths? Then we have Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, Prince Andrew's daughters and William's cousins. Both hold princess titles despite not serving as working royals. Beatrice pursues a career as a strategist in the technology sector, while Eugenie directs operations at a London art gallery. They maintain relatively private existences with professional lives independent of royal obligations, yet they too would lose their titles under this proposal. It bears mentioning that other royal cousins, including Zara Tindall and Peter Phillips, have never utilized prince or princess titles. William appears to be questioning whether Beatrice and Eugenie warrant differential treatment. Nevertheless, removing titles from one's own family members inevitably generates friction and discord. This type of reform has historical foundations. In 1917, King George V issued letters patent restricting the use of royal titles, establishing much of today's framework. His objective was streamlining the monarchy to focus on active contributors. William seems to be embracing similar reasoning, albeit in a considerably more personal and controversial manner. The modern monarchy faces relentless public examination, with every decision subject to intense debate. William understands that institutional survival requires evolution, and this may represent his most significant statement of intent. The implications are complex. Some will interpret William's plan as essential modernization. A more compact, focused royal family could prove more sustainable and accessible to contemporary society. Others may perceive it as harsh and divisive, penalizing relatives for situations largely outside their influence. How will Harry and Meghan respond to what they might view as yet another rebuke? Will Beatrice and Eugenie feel they're shouldering consequences for their father's transgressions? And critically, how will the British public react? The conversation is